Hey you guys, so today our focus is going to be the triceps, the muscle on the back of our arms that a lot of us have trouble with. So here we go. Hey guys, so to get the triceps to grow, we're really going to have to focus on using a slightly heavier weight. We're going to have to fatigue the muscle, but most importantly, having a healthy eating plan in place will help you reap the benefits of all the hard work you're putting in. So really think about that. Okay, let's go through these 5 different exercises today. We're going to be using different equipment. Some of these you can change up if maybe you don't have some of it. Maybe you can get creative at home and try to think of something else to take the place of it. Maybe for the pull downs here, you can use some bands if you don't have a cable system. Okay, so cable tricep pull down. So we're over at the cable machine, or if you have bands, if you have a V-bar, that one's really good. We just want something, this one here has a little bit of a kind of a groove. We want something that's gonna give us a good range of motion with this. So you're gonna set the weight, like I mentioned, try to maybe get something a little bit heavier. It doesn't have to be super heavy, but once again, trying to grow those triceps, we wanna make sure that we're using a little bit heavier weight. So we're just gonna grab the bar. We're gonna have really good posture. We're going to think about keeping our elbows in front of our hips. We're gonna push the bar straight down, and then we're only gonna raise the bar to just above 90 degrees. So maybe about here, and then we're gonna push all the way back down again. So the reason we're not raising all the way up is just to make sure that we're keeping those triceps fully engaged. And I've also noticed if you kind of take a step back, if you're not like right here, it's a little bit harder to get a full range. Stepping back a little bit can help you kind of really get a good push down. So we're just pushing all the way down, really think about getting a full range of motion, really engaging the tricep area. So with this one, you can do 10 to 15, depending on how much weight you're using. 3 rounds, maybe take a 10, 15 second rest, go right into your next set. All right, next we're gonna move into a dumbbell or an easy curl bar tricep extension. I'm just gonna be using some dumbbells today. So you're just going to sit on your bench, lay back down. For this one, I find it easier if my feet are up on the bench. I wanna make sure my neck is fully supported. So, back is flat on the bench if you can. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna think about dropping these back by bending our elbows, lowering down, and then we're gonna come up, but we're not gonna let our elbows go to a full 90 degrees here, because that takes the tension off my tricep. That kind of negates the whole hitting the tricep. So we're gonna bend our elbows down, we're gonna let it stretch out a bit, and then we're gonna push up, not fully reaching that straight up arm. I'm still gonna try to leave a little bit of a slight angle in my arms so my triceps are still engaged as I'm pushing these up towards the ceiling. Whew, boy, that I can really feel that. It's just really targeting that tricep area. All right, so once again, we can do anywhere from 12 to 15 reps. Take your short break, go into your next set. Okay, bench dips. So let's get rid of those guys. So with bench dips, we're gonna do a little bit different variation here. A lot of times you see people with their hands here. That puts a lot of torque on your wrists and your shoulders. So what I'm gonna have you do is just turn your hands off to the side. So your fingers are gonna be facing outward. So with these, you can just bring your feet out and you're just gonna lower down. You're gonna think about keeping your chest out and your shoulders back. And you wanna make sure you're all the way up and lowering down as far as you can. And try not to use your legs, just kind of let your legs be dead weight and just think about those triceps are doing all of the work, but we're not putting all that tension on our shoulders and wrists as if we're here. You can also elevate your feet. A lot of times I'll do that. I'll put another bench in front of me and that's even gonna make it tougher. All right, 12 to 15, take a small rest, do your 3 rounds. Okay, so the next what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into a superset of 3 different exercises. What I like about supersetting at the end, because we're also thinking about fat loss, which this is gonna be good for the entire body because we're gonna be continually moving and taxing the muscle. I would grab a moderate weight, doesn't have to be super heavy, but enough to, once again, we're trying to kind of get some girth on those triceps. So of the 3 exercises, the first one we're going to start with is a bent over dumbbell tricep kickback. So we're just going to start in a bent over position. My elbows are going to be next to my body. My feet are about shoulder width apart. And I'm just thinking about kicking these straight up to the ceiling. I'm keeping my elbows completely tight next to my body. So once I finish my 15 kickouts, I'm immediately going to drop the weights. I'm going to go down onto my mat, and I'm going to go into a single arm tricep push-up. You're just going to hug your body with your lower arm. You can start with your legs out. It's going to be easier. You're just going to put your hand kind of in front next to your elbow or the middle of your your arm here, your upper arm, and you're just going to press up. And you want to think about kind of tapping your shoulder to the ground. To make it tougher, you can bring your knees in, and that's even going to make it harder. So we're going to do 15. Once you finish 15, you're literally just going to rotate off to the other side to do your other arm, because we're not going to stop. Once you're done doing that, you're going to sit up and you're going to go right into a front tricep push-up. So you're going to be on your knees like you're doing a regular push-up. You're going to rotate your elbows inward, and you're going to keep them as close to your body as possible. And you're just going to push up for 15. You can also do these with a straight body to make them even harder. Whew. So 3 rounds of that, whether you want to do 15, I like the variation. So once I do my 15, I get on the ground, I do my 15 single arm, then I do my 15 here, I stand up. 3 here, so you're just constantly moving. No rest unless you really just feel like you can't even hold the dumbbells, then you can take a little break. Okay, you guys, really good exercises to focus on that tricep area. If you want to grow, we need to make sure we're using a little bit heavier weights. We want to make sure that we're getting a full range of motion. We want to make sure that we are taxing the muscle. That's what's great about doing supersets. Pick 2 or 3 exercises. Do your reps without stopping. It's a good burnout. It's good for your body. It kind of helps build endurance. It's all good. Okay. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this workout. Stick with it. I know you can make results if you just be consistent, think about your diet, all of those little things we're always kind of reminding you guys to do. Hey, leave us a comment, hit the like button, subscribe. Thanks for joining me today. Hey, check out Athlean-XX for women.com if you haven't. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook. See you guys soon.